Hey everybody, and welcome to another spontaneous toy review here at Toy Wizards. That's toy-wizards.com. I'm your host, Scott Zillner, and today we're going to show off the brand new SPD Omega Ranger with Unicycle, right? Unicycle? Uniforce Cycle? Uniforce Cycle. Okay, that's a mouthful. We're going to call it a unicycle. And this is one of those weird things that just really came out of the blue, Amazon exclusive, and got shipped out quite quickly compared to other stuff. A note about the box: it has no plastic see-through. This is part of their new packaging design that you're going to see going forward quite a bit more, where the plastic cutout is just not going to be there. You're going to get an image and on a cardboard box. That's the way a lot of their packaging going forward will be. We still have a plastic tray, and they're supposed to be phasing out plastic trays completely as well. That's part of their agreement within the next, I think, 1 or 2 years. We won't get any plastic within a action figure packaging. So older boxes like this will be eventually just a plain box. That's the future. I'm looking for twist ties. I do not see twist ties or tie-ups, which I love. The fact that there's none, because I hate those things. Notice that there was a lot of images came out about the Omega Ranger and White Dino Thunder Ranger, that they were missing paint apps, and everyone was getting really, really upset about that. The reason for those figures is that those figures escaped quality control. Those were bad figures. They were supposed to be destroyed, and of course they found their way out and into somebody's shop, and then everybody said, oh look, they're already selling the figures and they're horrible. No, when you see those horrible figures so early, it's because they were horrible and they were supposed to be destroyed, but that stuff always kind of escapes out the backside of the docks. So inside the sprue, you got his Uniforce Cycle, you got a couple guns, a couple more guns. He's got his badge, which is kind of cool. An extra set of hands, and of course, lightning, because this is the Lightning Collection. You can't have a figure without lightning, because it's Lightning Collection. Kind of an explosion thing, but he gets lightning. Go ahead and get that figure on out. Put the bike down for a second. With these figures, they do have kind of like, you know, their real big shoulder blades there, and especially since he needs to lean forward, it looks like he's a little more cut in the front than a normal figure, so that his hands can go into the bike and hold on to the bike, which is a really nice addition to that figure. He's got his cut on the shoulder for rotation, and it's really smooth in there. I almost thought for a second it wasn't even cut on one shoulder, but it does move out. I'm checking out his articulation. Double on elbows, double on knees. He's got a full waist rotation and up and down. That's, you know, he's good for your figure. Now, paint app wise, everyone's always concerned about paint apps, especially with the Lightning Collection. And I know there's always that one person that goes, oh, they messed up my eye on one dude and screw their quality control. They go through thousands and thousands of figures. So occasionally one tiny little paint thing's messed up. It's not, oh, Hasbro, screw you. It's, you know, how you make millions of action figures. It happens. What I'm concerned about is the tempo print on his costume. It's gold, so it's a little bit metallic, and generally that can be very poor. However, I'm seeing the stripe down the legs, all of the gold tempo print on his helmet, on his chest is all very good. This is a very nice figure. It's a bit more, I want to say, slim than the normal figures too. Again, it just might be holding this figure, but his chest is a bit slimmer than your regular Power Ranger figure. Great figure, great articulation, everything moves the way it should. Joints are nice and tight. Sometimes I get people going, hey, if this has a loose joint, what do I do? Floor wax or super glue, and then there's even people that sell liquid container, little like liquid droplet bottles that can put liquid in there, and then you kind of move it around a little bit and it will tighten up the joints. I always use super glue, just a drop, and move the joint while it dries. Don't just drop it and let it come back, then it will just be solid. And sometimes that works. Floor wax works the same way. You can put a little floor wax in there and that can tighten up any loose joints. Noticing, because of his shoulders, his arms are like this and they do not go down to the waist. He's kind of got bodybuilder syndrome, the way that those shoulder joints don't pop out just a tad to let his arms go fully flat. Not a big deal, gives him that kind of heroic pose, but he can't put his arms any closer in. You know, you put him out there, it's kind of at a V, he's just flying around. Let's take a look at that bike. And this is one of the reasons I got this figure, is that I'm a real big fan of, unicycles, unibikes. I first saw one in an anime in the 80s called Venus Wars. And then later they had some, also earlier than that, I believe, in Spiral Zone, everyone had like little unibikes. And I thought, man, that just has got to be the most awesome way to go out and fight stuff, is on a bike that's a bike that's just one wheel. That's really cool. They did even make bikes like that. They just have a problem stopping very well, but there are bikes out there like that. So I got a couple little bits here to put on, so let's pop those out and see how well they attach to the figure. Again, they're stuck in this tray, so you kind of have to try to pop them out as safely as you can, which you don't want to try to do it too violently, but the way that they're in here sometimes can be difficult. And that's why I like to do it on camera, so you have an idea of exactly how much effort it's going to take you. If I've opened up thousands and thousands of toys and I have a hard time, then you're going to have a hard time. Bike. He's got two little pegs for his feet here. I do not believe it matters which way they go in. Just make sure the flat side is up, and those just pop right in on the back. Remember the pointy bit's the front. And then we have two handlebars, and it doesn't seem that these do go in one way and one the other way. So there's a clip on one, and they slide in, but there's nothing really to lock these in. So I'm noticing right off the bat that one of my handlebars will not really stay in there. I may have, neither of them actually stay in there very well. So that would probably be a drop of super glue later. You really want to keep those in, because I think, yeah, they just fall right out. There's no clip into it like the pegs on the wheels have a little thing that they go in and they kind of latch in. These don't latch in whatsoever. So there's a tiny little clip I can see on the thing, but they don't grab. Yeah. So be aware of that. If you got some super glue handy, I would just put a tab of super glue on that edge where that grip's supposed to catch. Put a little drop of super glue there and push it in and let it wait. Let it wait, because yeah, these things are just falling out, touching it. So there they go. I can't get them to stay in whatsoever. It's that's kind of disappointing. They do not and will not stay in. Bump. Gone. So, a little disappointing there that wasn't figured out ahead of time to kind of fit in, or to make sure they fit in, because these things just, they're you slide them in here, but there's nothing to hold them in. So the moment you go to put, let's go ahead and try that. Let's get our guy on this motorcycle and watch how quickly his hands just rip out the handlebars. So first off, I'm going to try to get him into his motorcycle riding position, right? You know, get those feet ready. Goes onto the bike. There is no way to clip him in. Like, there's nothing here to hold him on except to get his hands on these handlebars, which at this point it's easier to take the handlebars out. Maybe that's why it's not on there. And can we get him in now? No. Whoosh. I can't get his hands on the grips. His hands are a little hard. And here we go. Wham! He's on the bike. Yeah. I totally had no problems with that at all. This was not a delay. I just popped him right on there. Once you do get his hands on the steering wheel handlebars, and you get those locked in, and you pull up his, I don't know, what do you call that? Just little landing wheels? Kickstand? Once you get him on there, now he's fantastic. This is nice. This is cool. Would be better with the cannon on the side, but you know, hey, that's just me. Boom, there you go. He rolls around. He's got a wheelie wheel in case he, you know, wants to do a wheelie. This is a nice piece if the handlebars stuck and they don't stick in, and that causes a problem. Beyond that, it's a fantastic piece. Absolutely fantastic. This is nice. It's neat that we're getting vehicles for this size figures. I really hope they continue that kind of like theme with a couple other you know, deluxe Rangers down the road. This is awesome. I would just like to see bikes back for everybody. I mean, a lot of Rangers had bikes. Let's give them to us in these little boxes, and I'll be very, very happy with that. Totally. Noticeable is his morpher like goes onto his wrist, and he has an extra hand. Let's take a look at that hand. His lightning hand literally has lightning on it. So I'm now going to attempt to take his hand off the bike. Now that I spent all that time to get him on the bike, get his hand off. All right, that wasn't too hard. Take that hand off. All right, that wasn't too hard. Put on his lightning hand. That should be easy, right? And it was. All right, well, there we go. Oh, his other hand fell off the bike. If they would have put like posts for his feet on here, because he's got, you know, holes to like put on a stand, they would have put that on those posts, he would stay on the bike so much better. So now that gives him his lightning hand. He can just come by and go, whoosh, ah, these high fives are awful. Don't high five this guy. Whoosh, but it's cool. He's got that little bit, you know, he's got Emperor Palpatine lightning hands going off here, and that's cool. Other than, I can't just stop griping about it. Other than the handlebars, this is excellent. This is totally like a B+. I mean, the one problem I have with it is that these just come right out, and a little bit of glue, and that's taken care of. So that being said, if you don't have your Omega Ranger with his unicycle bike, Uniforce bike, order it. If they're on Amazon right now, don't wait. Whenever you wait and like, I'll get that later, and then it goes out and then it's gone and you have to pay extra prices for it, don't do that. Buy it now. Go on Amazon, grab it. Go on Amazon, get that Psycho 5-pack. These guys are available right now, so get them. Because if you wait, it's too late. That's what happens, unfortunately. So, very cool. Let's pop his kickstand back down, see if he'll stand up. Mostly, he has a hard time standing up even with the kickstand down. It's a great piece. It's a great SPD Ranger. It's a great bike without the handlebars. The paint job on the figure itself, superb. Visor, everything on his helmet is painted correctly because this is not a defect. This is a production. It's the correct production. It's a great piece. And there you go. Man, that's SPD into the future. Haha! Awesome bike. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, Toy Dash Wizards for your daily toy news, content. We got videos. Follow us, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I will catch you later. All right, ready to ride into the future? Yeah.